Okay, good morning from West Mersey. And I'm with these two Herberts, Graham and Richard. And just taking the paddleboard over to get the packing shed boat. And then take all this kit over to the shed to play about on HF. Stay tuned. Station, go ahead.
Okay, Hotel Wolf 7 Radio Echo, still portable. Hotel German 7 Radio Echo, still portable.
G0MDL, G0MAD. Morning, Liz. You're the only activity on the band at the moment, apart from a couple of other stations that are fading out. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, thanks, Richard. Yeah, so we're doing island to island here, you know. Mersey to pack your mask. I've got no noise at all up this end, Cab. It's absolutely beautiful, as it always is. As soon as you get away from all the houses and everything, I'm sort of sitting in the car and I'm watching the.
Okay, we've got the bacon on. Made a bit of a windbreak here. And the sun's come out. It's all good.
Sorry, it's got a really long name. It's November Yankee Sierra Romeo.
Bacon tea.
Bacon flavoured tea. With
I
water.
think you need to be quick. Smells good.
Okay, we're just about to fly the drone.
Yeah.
We're going to fly it away from the birds.
Given that that's got batteries.
what you can see up there is a vertical dipole array antenna for 20 meters, and I made this a few years back now, but I haven't really used it much. So anyway, the inspiration from this came from an article in the December 2014 Radcom, and the article was written by David G3WGN and Chris G3SWL, and this antenna has been used quite a lot now actually by Big D expeditions such as the Tango X-Ray 6 Golf D expedition to the Astral Islands, and they get used, and this is where the advantage of this aerial comes in, is that it's only really used over salt water, and the advantage of verticals over horizontals near salt water is well established, and I've had some great results using just simple quarter wave verticals. But anyway, so this VDA was developed and refined, and when I say refined I mean sort of put onto one pole. Previous sort of versions of it had been used 2 poles, but the beauty of this is the simplicity. But it was refined by Vincent, Foxtrot 4 Bravo Kilo Victor, who also did some modelling on that, and I'll show you some slides to go with this as well. But basically the theory of this is it's a 2-element Yagi in a vertical plane with a driven element and reflector, the ends brought in to form a diamond. So on this one the reflector's on the left hand side, and the driven element is on the right, and so it forms a broad beam in the horizontal plane, about 139 degrees at the 3 dB points. So I'll put that up on the screen as well. So it's good for DX. It's got a maximum radiation is at about 7 degrees above the horizon, but only over the salt water or the ocean path. And here on Packing Shed, that's basically all the way around. So it's ideal for here. So I mean, it's custom made for here really. I wouldn't use it anywhere else. And it's got 8 dB or more gain relative to a horizontal dipole, sort of half wave above ground. So and it's got 30 dB null off the back of the beam, which is pretty good. So that reduces QRM, which is pretty good here for like sort of nulling out the rest of Europe to the east when you're sort of when you're looking to the west. And the article does say there's a caveat, which is sort of don't use this at home, unless of course you live right on top of the sea. Anyway, so the construction is uses a 12-meter spider beam pole, which is extended with a PVC pipe because the pole itself is just not quite long enough. I had tried making it with a DX wire, 13.7 meter long pole, but it was too flimsy at the top. So, and I already had this pole, so that wasn't too bad. The centerpiece is designed or made with HDPE, high density polyethylene, boom to mast. And then it's got 2 short poles go into the to form the boom. It's fed with Messiaen Poloni Airborne 5 coax, which passes through 50 type 7.3 ferrite beads, which is good common mode suppression below 50 megahertz. And the ferrite beads add another 60 gram to the feed point. But I'm using a lightweight coax because obviously it's supported along the length of the boom, and obviously coming off on the left there. So it's not quick to it's not very quick to put up. It's quite difficult single-handed, although at the moment I've got it lashed to the railings there. Normally what I would do, or sometimes what I would do, would be to put it sort of on the ridge of the island here and actually guy it using Hessian bags and 3 guys. But we've got birds nesting at the moment, so we're sort of trying to keep away from there. So yeah, so that's about it really. So I mean the bands are not great today. We've had a huge solar storm, but we've managed to work a few countries into Europe. I actually set a Whisper Light beacon up on the dipole, on the flagpole there as well. It's had a few spots, quite a few spots into Europe, and one I think down into Echo Alpha 8, down into the Canary Islands. But yeah, the bands aren't in great shape today, so we just wanted to come out with Graham and Richard, have a mess about, have some bacon rolls, put the aerial up and enjoy enjoy this. There you go. So anyway, vertical dipole array for you. So the Romford Navy are on manoeuvres.
I'm looking forward to getting down to found a nice place down in Walton on the Naze, where you can sort of park up and you're right next to the beach. And I've bought a few more portable antennas, so we'll give it a bash in the summer there, Cavanagh.
Yeah, definitely do it, Andy. Get yourself down near the saltwater. I mean, this aerial I've got up here, I mean, I'll do a YouTube video over today or tomorrow. But this antenna I've got over here it's a bit of a sort of a bit of a faff to put it up, but it does work very well. I'm not sure. Okay, time is now just before 1 o'clock. We're all finished. So that VDA worked pretty well, despite the terrible band conditions. And, I'm in the middle of a QSO, and people were just sort of like tail ending me. And a couple of them said they were the only people we could hear, so that worked quite well. Anyway, it's tide's come back in, so we ain't got to lug everything as far. That's it. 7-3. Till next time.